Hey, yo. Man, bro, it felt like we've been gone for so long. I don't know what it is, but man, we back. IBTE Sports Podcast. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. Nils out there saving the world,
No, tell the
stopping,
truth. Tell the truth.
stopping cyber attacks.
Neil and I haven't been on the same show in about a month. We beefing.
Hey,
Oh man.
we finally have an original podcast episode. So,
Oh
Happy to
damn!
hear.
Shots early, man. How y'all feeling, man? What's going on with y'all?
It's March. Playing game started last night. Tournament starts tomorrow officially. Man, this is the best time of the year.
hey, feeling good as well. Just came off of my birthday weekend, still recovering a little bit because of all the alcohol consumption. But we're here and ready to get this new year started for me.
All right. Yeah, I'm having a good week too, man. Started a new job. Really excited for that. But I'm excited for March Madness to get here. It's probably I don't really watch the basketball the college basketball season that much, unless it's like hype matchups. But March Madness is when you really tune in to watch some crazy shit happen because it's bound to happen.
Also, side note, during my whole birthday weekend, Lawrence was gracious enough to gift us with an IBT network game. Everyone was petty as hell, and we drink a lot, so it was a very good game. A lot of my friends enjoyed it.
Red Light Antics coming soon, man. Red Light Antics. Phil, that is great feedback that I needed that you had sent over. So we can definitely improve that. It's in prototype. It's in the last stages. So it's a dangerous game. It's definitely a dangerous game.
It was mailing card size, so
Yeah,
it was like a game show card.
because we had because we messed around with two different sizes of cards. So I think that's a size of a tarot card. So I think that's what it
Yeah,
resembles.
I thought I was about to give out like a PowerPoint presentation or something with the cards.
Yo, my man.
Listen, I need this. I need that. That's the feedback we need, bro. We need harsh feedback. We don't need to eggshell around it. You know.
It was. I like the design though. Everyone liked how it looked like. It was just the size of the cards. That's it. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gonna get right. We gonna get right, man. Don't worry.
He said he's not trying to learn his alphabet. These are not children's flashcards.
Nah, don't do me like that.
Right.
don't
the size
do
of
me
the
like
cards
that.
that they use to assign like who's doing what job in kindergarten, like the caboose, the cleaner. It was like those size cards.
Yo, y'all are too much, bro. Y'all are too much. Y'all are crazy. Oh man. So man, where y'all want to start first, man? What's going on?
I mean,
There's been a lot of madness going on. We kind of see. It looks like another year in the NFL is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be crazier than last year, and it's early. Like to see some of the moves, so we can get right to that. For the free agency, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking with free agency? What are some of the best moves so far, man? What are you guys thinking?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like nearly all of them have been great. Like I haven't seen. There's been one that I really question. I'll wait for when we get to worst move. But I mean, Chandler Jones going to Oakland today was a phenomenal pickup for them. Von Miller goes to Buffalo today. I mean, I don't know by like how much money they're giving out to him, but that's a great move for them.
Yeah, that contract definitely has fail safes in it for.
Oh, for sure. Levi Wallace goes to Pittsburgh. Miles Jackson, Pittsburgh. Like, I feel like everybody who needed something, other than the Falcons and the Colts, got something.
Right.
For me, just AFC West. Just that division is even more loaded than it was last year. Just Russell Wilson officially there. Who else? It was Khalil Mack joining the Chargers. Just a lot of people in that division, and I'm finally glad the Raiders got someone instead of the Chargers and Broncos getting someone. So it helps balance it out, make that division even more competitive than where it already is.
And the Raiders, they picked up Chandler Jones, and then they flipped Jonathan Ngakwe and got Rocky Sin to help their secondary. Like that
Very good young talent corner right there, talented corner.
The AFC West understands that it is a gun show out that way, and you need to have weapons.
Listen, man.
On both sides.
You got, bro. Just think about this. Just think about this for a second. The Chargers have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack coming off the edge.
And J.C. Jackson and Derwin James as well.
Lord have mercy. That's absolutely insane to have. Oh my goodness. Woo.
Like, like the team that finishes in 4th in the AFC West would probably be the first place team in 3 other divisions next year, if not more.
Right. And I think if the Chargers can stay healthy and they can finish games and things like that, and Herbert takes the next step, which he probably will, it's going to be his 3rd year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he can do that, they're going to be in a great shape. They're going to be in great shape, man. But I don't know. I've been waiting on just seeing what the Saints are going to do. We let go of Marcus Williams, let him test the free agency. He got paid $70 million. I think he's definitely worth it. Young, talented safety. Goes to Baltimore. Baltimore's got some pieces too. Baltimore went and got Zadarius Smith back after departing, 3 years ago. So, seeing that, I think there's a lot of moves out there, man. A lot of moves.
Also, if you see us, looking down and about on our phones, we're all on Deshaun Watson watch just to see when he's gonna make his announcement. So, I'm pretty sure you guys are both anxious to see where he goes, since you guys are favorites in the race.
Yeah,
well.
For me, it really comes down to it's important to know your team as a fan. Especially it's difficult arguing with people that don't know what is going on, especially with their own team, to just argue, and it's it's cool when you lose your friend's team beats your team. That's fine and dandy, but if you're gonna argue about other elements about the entire game, just know what you're talking about, because that's the thing with the Saints. I could take Kenny and them. They say they make jokes about the quarterback situation. I have no problem. The degenerates group chat.
Who that?
You got Dylan. You got Nick Brzez. They're just lost. Nick Brzez is the lost soul. He's a Raiders fan. He's a lost soul. I can understand where his hurt and his pain comes from. I can understand, So but nah, for me, with just looking at what the Saints are doing, I think it's a blessing to finally see that cap space is in the positive, is in the green. The checkbook can sign checks now. They're not gonna bounce. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
You don't have to give up IOUs.
Nah, no IOUs. Not this season. The following one, we might have to do it all over again. Restructure, push money back until grandkids get trust funds. But it is what it is. For right now, the Saints are out of cap hell, and it feels good.
Right.
I mean, as far as on the Falcons side of things, I didn't even think that this was going to happen. Earlier in the week or last week, we were talking about we were restructuring Matt Ryan's deal. They never actually officially pushed through the paperwork, so that put us in the sweepstakes. Do I really think the Falcons are going to get Deshaun Watson? Honestly, no. But the only thing that why I'm holding on any sort of hope is the Saints, the Panthers, and Browns were all teams that reached out to Watson and the Texans, to see if there was interest. Deshaun Watson called the Falcons himself to tell them he was interested in them. So, there has to be something there with that. He's not there. There's interest, and all 4 teams had to get a package approved by Houston before they can even talk to them. So that red tape is gone too. So I don't know. It's all just a crazy situation. I never thought that the Falcons were going to be linked to Deshaun Watson.
What do you think each of your packages look like for the Texans to get Watson?
Definitely
automatic mortgage of the first rounds.
Yeah, I would say definitely this year's first round, most likely a second round this year too. At least one of them. Falcons have 2, but probably just one of them. Then also probably your next 2 first round picks. Probably another third somewhere. For the Falcons, I've seen people trying to say Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell. Those are probably the only 2 names the Falcons went into saying they're on our do not trade list.
Yeah.
I could see them throwing Grady Jarrett or Deion Jones in the deal just because the defense is already dog crap anyways. So if we're really going to mortgage the future, may as well just throw it all on the table. But my guess would be you're going to see a bevy of picks and then Grady Jarrett and or Deion Jones.
For me, one trade that I saw that I thought was absolutely ludicrous, and it better not happen, is 3 first-round picks, a third and fourth next year, and then Davenport, Lattimore, and Ryan Rimchek in one trade. No way in hell the Saints, Mickey Loomis does all that money moving for them just to get rid of them. It doesn't make sense, but I think it's gonna be 3 first-round picks, probably a second in there, and there'll probably be one or two players, and I hope they do. I keep hearing Paulson Adebo and Ryan Rimchek in like some of the reporters things, which I'm not happy about. Paulson Adebo has a good future, so we're gonna see, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so like my guess is just because the thing is, people are forgetting like Watson has veto power too. So if the Texans come to him and say, "Okay, we're going to take the Saints deal, and here's what they're giving up," he might say, "Well, I'm not waiving it anymore," because he's going to go there and there's nobody there. Like,
right?
That's why this is such a weird thing. Like, yeah, the Texans hold the power, but so does Watson. That they have to. Everyone has to be on the same page. Another wrinkle in this for the Falcons, which is weird too, is Matt Ryan has his own no trade clause. So, like, out of all these teams, the Falcons probably have the best quarterback where you would think, oh, they can throw him in there and that helps. But Matt Ryan is not going to waive his no trade clause to go to Houston. So if Deshaun Watson comes, the Falcons can recoup some of the draft capital they just gave up to get Watson when they flip Matt Ryan.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I think it's going to be real interesting. Just everything is shaking up. We thought Russell Wilson would be a Seahawk for the rest of his career. And here he is. He's in Denver. So, like, this is really, really weird. We thought Deshaun Watson was going to be in Houston, and they were going to build something nice. And here he is, about to be in black and gold. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, everyone's got to have a dream. So, like, I love to let my friends have a dream.
Yeah. Also, I feel like once Watson makes his decisions, then a lot of other free agency pieces, like dominoes, are going to fall as well. So we all got to see what happens after that.
Listen, if that clear tonight, DH Gate, that number 4 will be on in a month.
Expeditiously.
Sure. Immediately it's getting purchased, and I don't care. Oh man. But what else in football? Anything else happen?
The Jaguars?
The Jags is tearing it up. The Jags tearing it up, man.
Tearing it up, yes. At the same time,
we don't know what it's going to look like.
Not even just that. Christian Kirk is the 3rd highest paid receiver.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible.
Christian Kirk is like everyone let that sink in. Christian Kirk,
there's no way,
probably the 3rd best receiver on his team last year, is now the 3rd highest paid receiver in the NFL.
Bro, that makes me think like somebody was controlling the team, like, and is playing Madden, because why do you even give that deal?
He's like, maybe if I give him the most money I can, he'll agree automatically.
Yeah,
right.
You know Madden when you go
like,
get the contract. Just so
like, I'm just confused because like who are you bidding against? Like, I don't think you were really fighting that hard for Christian Kirk.
That is insane, and I don't know what how sturdy it is. How much is guaranteed?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I'd be lying, but
how much guaranteed is tells you all you need to know.
No, that's a fact, but still, just in general though, like, I'm not giving him the chance to make the 3rd most money out of receivers.
Yeah, that's insane.
They overpaid for a lot of guys. Like, even they took Foye Oluokun from the Falcons, our starting linebacker, who's a stud. Don't get me wrong, but they gave him like 15 or 16 million a year. And, like, he's good, but like I'm not paying him 16 million a year. Like,
yeah, I feel like that ceiling from people's money is going up too because of cap and all that too.
And for the Jags, they have so much money to spend that like them doing that is like that's not even equivalent to the Falcons or the Saints giving out a $10 million contract. Like, that's just They have play money.
But that's why they're in the situations they are, because they get down the road And then you got an opportunity to get somebody you can't get them because you signed Christian Kirk to a $90 million contract.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't understand.
37 mil guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that tells you, so that means that there's some loopholes in that.
Yeah.
Where they can probably get out of it. Which is good for them.
Yeah, 100% good for them. But just like, I'm just still mind blown that.
I'm happy they're making moves, but you don't have to, try to overshoot everything. The division,
they brought in Darius Williams. Like, they're out there.
The division got worse. You don't need to go all out for a random player.
And if you're gonna go all out, like go all out for all out worthy players. Like I will give like Foye Luakon, okay, like that. That's not a terrible deal because he's a good linebacker. He's probably only gonna get better. But the Christian Kirk one, I don't think I'll ever be able to understand it. He has 400-yard games in his whole career. He's the third highest paid receiver in the league, behind D-Hop and Julio. What?
Wasn't he in fourth string?
That's like it was. They had D-Hop, AJ Green,
Rondell.
I mean, yeah, Rondell Moore.
Rondell, he went in there and took his snaps early in the season.
And had Ertz as well.
Right. And before Ertz had Max Williams, he was really an afterthought. And you gave him the bag. And then they brought in Zay Jones. Like, not for nothing. This is kind of a good receiver class. You're spending money on Zay Jones and Christian Kirk on the first week of free agency. What is wrong with you?
So what are y'all hearing about Watson and like other players? Because I'm hearing Armstead is waiting.
I heard
if Watson goes to New Orleans, then he's signing back with New Orleans. That's what basically he's telling other players. So
I also heard Allen Robinson and Will Fuller are waiting on what he does because both want to play with him, and some teams are going to try to acquire both of them. If he lands.
My goodness, Michael Thomas, Will Fuller, Allen Robinson. That's not possible though, because they're going to want.
Yeah, Michael Thomas will pitiful season.
I saw something because it was a Falcon thing where I saw it obviously because now I'm invested in this. And someone's like, but that can never happen for us, right? And apparently there's ways. So Lawrence, I'm sure you guys do the same thing. There's ways you can restructure the top guys to fit the contracts that these guys said they would take to play with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Either way, like if you have MT in those two guys, and if we get Kyle Pitts in those two guys, instantly you're going to be competing with the Bucs in the division. Like there's no way around it.
This is all I need. I just need the Saints to hold on for a little bit longer to make a move, so I don't go into depression. You feel me?
Realistically, his only two options should be the Saints and the Falcons because if he goes to Cleveland's just they run their organization to the ground.
Bad organization.
And same thing with Carolina. So his only two choices should be between Atlanta and New Orleans. Which I've heard that.
And I don't even want to hear about CMC. He's never there. He's not gonna be there. He's gonna be there for 3 games and he's gone.
And I mean, he's a running back. Like yes, you can put him in the slot, all that good stuff. Yeah. But he's a running back. Like you need more than just a running. Like,
I'm excited though, man.
We just mentioned the Saints. We didn't bring up Kamara who'll be playing with Deshaun Watson because, like, yes, I mean that's great, but he needs weapons to throw the ball to.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm excited to see what happens. Deshaun Watson. Oh, I thought I saw Airy tweet.
Oh yeah.
We on Watson watch.
I'm running outside going buck crazy. But wow. But
everyone's gonna break their neck as soon as we hear a slight buzz from our phone to see what's going on.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know. It's going to be absolutely insane to see where this guy ends up. I'm like just still shocked at how this is playing out with him and the Texans seem to be like all hunky dory with like, yeah, we'll move him, no big deal.
Hey, what other top guys are available?
Well, now Julio Jones is.
We thought. I mean, we didn't think so in the beginning of the day, but fast forward to now, he is.
Yeah. I still think that Julio still got some juice left in the tank. Like he's coming off of. This was really his worst season ever. If I'm a team and I need a receiver, aka like the Falcons need a receiver right now, I'm calling him and seeing if there's interest.
Wait, is he going back to the Falcons?
No.
We thought he was earlier because of the thing you sent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when you said he was going back, and I went and looked at the tweet. I was like, "Yo!" And then I went back and reread it, and I'm like, "No, they're describing the trade that happened last year, but he's released."
oh, that's what. Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah, him and Landry are both available.
Yeah, Landry's meeting with Atlanta this week. I love it.
Oh,
Adam Schefter, happy league year, man. I don't care.
oh, pain.
Y'all crazy. Hold on. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I definitely think Julio can still like give a team something. You just got to make sure he is healthy for the majority of the year.
For sure, he's got to go to a place where, I mean, ideally for him, he ends up in a place like a Green Bay or something, where he doesn't have to be the guy. But I mean, if he goes to Green Bay, he might have to be because Devontae might not be playing.
Yeah,
some notable names here. You got Will Fuller. You got Allen Robinson. You got Stephon Gilmore, Teron Armstead, Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu, Dante Fowler, Jarvis Landry,
wow,
Bobby Wagner, Julio Jones, Akeem Hicks. Akeem Hicks is available. Austin Hooper's available.
Yeah, Austin Hooper's got released today.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon, Pat Pete, T.Y. Hilton, Carl Nassib. He's just coming off a solid season. They got rid of him because of cap
reasons. Yeah,
Dante Hightower. Need some veteran out there. Kyle Fuller. He's getting older though. He's 30. So
yeah.
It's some quality pieces out there. You got Blake Jarwin, hasn't been signed yet. That's something I hope the Saints will kind of pay attention to too. I like him as a tight end. So we'll see what happens.
Calais Campbell's a name too, and JPP. Older guys, but if you're a contender that needs somebody to wreck the game, JPP and Calais Campbell are two names I'm looking at.
Kevin King is out there still. Sammy Watkins is available. And Jameis Winston right now too.
When you look at it, there's definitely guys like for teams that are going to go bargain shopping, like Lawrence, the Falcons, and Saints will be bargain shopping later because we can't afford these big names. Let's be real. Like there's names that you can bring in and like be happy. Like there's names I'm looking at. Like I'd be content with a lot of these guys still.
Listen, man. Another name too. I hope the Saints have an eye on him. Go get another running back. Sony Michel, man. Bring him in. It won't hurt.
Oh yeah.
I
Ricky
like him.
Jones just signed with the Giants. I like that. To replace.
Hey, that's a good.
Oh, that's another. Evan Ingram went to the Jags too.
Yeah. 1 year, $9 million, right? I think so.
Yeah. That's good for both of them. Good for them to get Trevor Lawrence a safety blanket, and good for Evan Ingram on a 1 year prove deal.
What's good, Rick? What's good? But I don't know if people need a nickel / safety. PJ Williams is all right, but I hope he stays in New Orleans. I like him there in that system. What other names? I don't really see anybody else.
Did you say Stephon Gilmore already?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I saw Gilmore. But for right now, that's the names. Like
Clowney. I didn't realize Clowney's available.
Yeah, Clowney is. Yep. I forgot about him. They were just saying that in the chat too.
He's the same. He's a guy like. I mean, if I'm like a rebuilding type of team, I don't want him. But if I'm a team that's a contender that only needs a guy to come in and play a couple snaps to wreck the game, I'm looking at Clowney.
Right. You got what's the name too? You got Odell, but he's gonna probably stay in
LA because he's probably not
LA.
ready week 1.
And he just had the baby, and he basically lives out there already. So
another name that's really flying under the radar. He's only 25 years old. He's coming off an injury. He's proven he can be good. Juju Smith-Schuster.
He's free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling. If you bring him in to not be your number one receiver, if he has a number one in the room, another example could be maybe like a Green Bay. 25 years old, I'm taking Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right, he's a good complementary number 2 receiver.
Yeah, but we've seen clearly he can't be the number one. That's okay. Not everybody can be, but he's a very good number 2.
Traquan Smith is a free agent also. Interesting.
Listen, I'm so upset that the Falcons are probably going to end up signing him because all the trash I've talked about him over all these years, and now we have to defend him. I said I'm so upset because the Falcons are probably going to like sign him because Terry Fontenot obviously knows him, and we need anything at receiver, and I'm going to have to sit here and defend him after all the crap I've talked about him for the past 5 years.
Wait, why you talk? What you got to say about my man?
Because we got Traquan Smith. I'm like, yeah, Traquan Smith because receiver. Like, get out of here. That's nonsense. Listen, he's gonna come to Atlanta and be our number one.
listen. This is not Dylan saying that. You feel me? You can try to play me, but I watch Traquan. Like,
I know, but my point
can
was,
make
like,
plays.
I would say, like, because I used to talk like, oh, that's your number 2. This was back when we had Julio, Ridley, and Sanu. I'm like, he wouldn't even like receiver 4 on our team.
He like I always said before, like Sean Payton and his like obsessive nature of drafting the same type of physique and skill type players. He's like a Robert Meacham, Lance Moore, kind of in one type of receiver. So I like him though. I like him. He just got to stay healthy. He's missed like 9 games last season. So
no, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that I talked so much about this man that if he ends up coming to my team and ends up being the number 1 receiver, like I don't think I can backtrack from this now. Like,
hey, listen, he caught Drew Brees' record breaking touchdown too. So he's notable. He's in the books forever, you know. So, oh man,
why not keep it in the division?
Say keep it in the division. But yeah, there's been some good signings. Definitely shout out to Philly for finally doing something positive in their franchise by getting Hassan Reddick and getting a notable linebacker since Jeremy Trotter. So good job to them. Good job.
You brought up Philly, so I just want to show something to the viewers quick if we can. I just want to show it.
He about to do it. What's up, man? Talk to us.
All right. Let me share my screen. This one. All right. Should be there. Let me know what did you get it, Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm at it right now.
All right. This is a blind resume. I love doing
he put some pain in this one. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
This is back in 2010. Okay? We got a guy that played 12 games, threw for over 3,000 yards, which was averaged out to be over 250 per game, and ran for 676 yards. He then threw for 21 touchdowns and ran for 9 more touchdowns, only threw 6 interceptions. He was first team All-Pro and second in voting for the AP Player of the Year, and he won his division. This is compared to a guy that played 16 games, threw for 4,000 yards, averaged 250, and he's not a rushing quarterback, but just to make things even. I don't want to hear anyone say I was being biased. He ran for 70 yards. He threw for 31 touchdowns, had no rushing touchdowns, and threw 25 interceptions. And like Porky Pig says, that's all, folks. Nothing else. No other accolades. Okay? Now let me show you who these two are. We have Mike Vick. We have Eli Manning. This was Mike Vick's best year of his career, hands down. Like, not even close. Had people saying Mike Vick's reincarnated, Mike Vick is great, this is great. Eli Manning, this might have arguably been one of his worst. 25 interceptions, that's hot garbage over 16 games. Our dear friend Dylan, who's an Eagles fan, tried telling us the other day that Eli Manning's 2010 season was better than Mike Vick's 2010 season. So I just had to take a couple minutes to show the people, like, am I nuts? What am I missing here? Eli Manning was better than Mike Vick this season? Could someone break the look? What are we? Did we not watch the season, or are we not looking? I don't know. I just got to understand it. Could somebody try to
accolades technically, yes, but stats wise,
but there's no.
Nah, it's just
that season.
Vic, yeah. Well,
like Mike Vick was better than Eli Manning. It's not close that year. And Dylan, an Eagles fan, told me Eli Manning was eating up the league that year. Oh, okay.
Over my dead body before I say something like that about a division rival.
Yeah, I just had to throw that out there.
God damn, 25 interceptions. Oof.
25
25, 20.
interceptions.
We gonna have to clip that one.
Was that his
That's
highest in his
good.
career?
That was
This
his
season?
second highest, I believe. Which is crazy because he's had 2 seasons where he thrown for more than
Bro.
25 picks. But
Listen,
yeah,
it gets just to a certain point, man, where like I can't really listen or have conversations with people that just because I don't know everything. I can admit that I don't know everything, but some people struggle to do that, so they gotta argue themselves into like different arguments.
and that's
my
what I'm saying. Because
that's
like,
my issue.
because like maybe he was thinking it was a different season, or he could have just came out and said, "Oh my bad, I didn't mean that year."
Arguing with Nick and Dylan is like if I said, "Yo, the sky is blue. It's in the middle of the summer right now. The sky is blue with white clouds, but the grass is green." But like, what did that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why did you even mention that? Like, that's just puzzling to me. That's the type of arguments that they have. Like, nah, but the dirt is brown though. The bushes, the roses have thorns. Like, all I said is the sky is blue. That's all I said. Can we address that? Like, and nah, we can't do that. The car drove by. Like,
I just had to throw that out there because
Like, what?
it was really bothering me for the past couple of days. I thought maybe I was losing my mind, so I had to
my
put it out
goodness.
there. And we can clip that and put that like on.
yeah, nah,
Facebook,
I'm
Instagram,
definitely gonna
Twitter,
do that.
and like ask the people for their opinion on who they thought had a better season.
I'll put the poll up. Yeah, I got you guys.
So let's transition to some basketball, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with NBA first, and then we're gonna close out with March Madness at the end here. Man, what did y'all think about the 76ers and Nets game? We were hyped up last week, right before last Wednesday. I think it was played on Thursday. We had the pod.
Yeah, on Thursday.
We were like, we don't know what's gonna happen, and James Harden gonna go off. This game gonna be ridiculous, crazy, and it was not that.
Nope.
It was not that. It was sorry. Did y'all expect that to happen?
I should have known James Harden, big moment. I should have known.
We should have called Coach 30 for him. I wonder if
Not
he did
really-
a video. I
he
wonder
not-
if he did a video for
He
that.
probably did. Not really an athlete,
The moment, not really an athlete. Moment's too big for you.
Piss running down my leg.
Bro, listen, those videos are hilarious, man. Like, he's got gold. He's got gold with those.
Right.
What's the one guy that he always making fun of? The one that's always smiling like stupid. I forget the name.
Glasses. He always wore
This
glasses.
is like Jenkins. Jacobs. I think it's Jacobs. He said
Someone
just like
close
your
to that.
mother. He said just like your mother, Jacobs.
He violates that mom every single TikTok.
Right. What y'all think of the game, man? Phil, what'd you think?
For me, just we saw almost the full potential of the Nets because we all know Ben Simmons is out here dealing with back injuries or whatever injuries. But if Kyrie and KD can look like that throughout the playoffs, like Kenny mentioned earlier, I'll be happy to pay those fines for the NBA because if my 2 star players are playing like that, especially with how the East is built, yeah, I'm willing to pay anything. And then for the Sixers side, which is very disappointing because you made all this drama, Harden made all this drama just to not show up in one of the biggest games of the year with Ben Simmons in the on the bench. It's just the Sixers fans started to boo the actual team instead of Ben Simmons, so they were too worried about Ben instead of the actual team. It was just a very disappointing game from Harden. I think Embiid did decent, but it's a very bad game from James Harden, that was the main person who needed to have a good game that night, but all the drama surrounded him in the Nets, so he got to do better.
Yeah, I'd like to think that this was not going to be like a sign of what we're going to see in the future if they meet up again. But now James Harden, like, fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on me. You fool me 3 times, I got to be an idiot. Because like this just happens every time he gets into a big situation. Like, and this is a regular season game when we're still doing this. Like playoffs, he ain't never stepped up in the playoffs. Every time the going gets tough, I want out of this place. Like, at some point, I just got to give up on the guy.
It definitely felt like playoff atmosphere that game. The beginning of the game.
Listen. My thing with it is like watching the game. it's like James Harden, you abandon the Nets. KD is hurt. You said you wanted out. Kyrie is playing 50% of the games. And you say, nah, I can't do this. I'm out of here. And then that team that you went to, you got to play them full power. And then you get blown out. That's a bad look, bro.
Well, and it's a worse look, too, because he's always wanted to be the guy. Like, when he left OKC, he was, like, happy because he was the guy in, Houston. Then he was mad when they brought in Dwight because it was, who's the guy? Then even when they got Chris Paul, he couldn't coexist because he wanted to be the guy. They got Russ. He couldn't coexist because he wanted to be the guy. Like, he always wanted to be the guy. And then when he was in Brooklyn, KD's down, Kyrie's down. It's your team now, James. Oh, nah, I want out of here because you guys aren't good enough now.
Right. And it's tough for, like, because I don't know. People think that the alphas, when it comes to the athletics, and when you feel like you can be that guy, but sometimes you got to realize you're not that guy.
It's sad to say, he's not that guy. We've seen it.
He's not. The last time he was that guy was, what, Arizona?
Even that was debatable because
he said before the
year, right? He because I remember him.
I
I had remember him back then, but like that's the last time you were that guy. Like
before he found out about strip clubs, he was the guy.
He lost to Syracuse when he was at Arizona. He wasn't even that guy. But we won't go there.
Or was it Arizona State? Right?
Yeah, it was Arizona State.
Arizona
State. And people
State.
have the nerve to have the debate about Harden and Wade. That's just wild.
No, it's just really recent. It's just recency bias, bro. That's what it is. Like people don't like Wade was incredible. Like a two-way guard that will dunk on your center.
And like if he was doing that. Tell me, well, he had Shaq. Did he have Shaq? Because that wasn't Shaq.
No, listen. If you ever watch any of the videos from that championship, all their teammates, they literally said he was an absolute animal. Like he was the reason they won the championship. Like they all say it. Even Shaq had said it before.
Yeah, Shaq said he's responsible for getting him his last ring. Like
right. Like he didn't realize that he was that guy, and then they put the battery in his back, and then the rest is history. But James Harden is not fucking with D Wade.
Right. I mean, he is probably one of the most talented offensive players we have in today's game. Just the overall, if you're talking overall package, I'd rather have Wade. Defense. He shows up in postseason and regular season. The only thing I think James Harden has better than Wade is just probably the jump shot and handles. That's it. Everything else, I'm going with D Wade any day.
I will die. This is the hill I always die on. Is that a lot of these players travel, and you can say like 25 to maybe 50% of his points is traveling. Like honestly, like the separation and handles. Like it's really a travel, but like the refs be like they just sit there, they're so mesmerized and they don't call the shit anymore because it's like how are you at the free throw line and you get to the wing in one step? That doesn't make sense.
That's some Giannis type shit. Only Giannis could do that.
It doesn't make sense at that point, but like it's incredible to watch though.
And it's just like Wade, like he has a better jump shot than Wade. Like that's not debatable. But if Wade played in today's era, like who's to say that Wade wouldn't have developed a jump shot? Now, granted, you can't really take that all into account, but just like Wade was that kind of guy. I can't see him playing in today's day and age and be like, I'm just not going to learn how to take a jump shot. Although you got a guy like DeMar DeRozan who doesn't take threes and is one of the top shooting guards.
Mid-range guard.
He was shooting a little bit better from three during his last year in Miami. He had a clutch game winner against the Warriors as well. So he did show some signs of improvement his last year, his career.
Right, so I think like if he would have gotten to the league, like if his rookie year was like this year, he would have worked on his jump shot because he knows this is how I'm going to stay in the league.
He would have caught hella bodies in this era.
Yep, one of the greatest blocking shooting guards of all time. Guards in general.
Absolutely.
Probably the greatest, yeah. He averaged like one or two blocks a game.
Man, shout out. That's my point guard on NBA Live forever, man.
06?
Yeah.
06, 03.
But I always used to put D Wade at point guard, and everybody used to get Nick Brzezicki used to get so mad, bro. So
he's not even a point guard.
He's not a point guard. He's 6'4".
From Marquette.
Lawrence only wins because he puts D Wade a point.
Because at that point, there was no LaMelo Ball, there was no 6'7" point guards at that point, like where they were really taking over, like in every lineup.
Right, I think the tallest one was like Sean Livingston, but he didn't do as much as the other guards.
Right, because he wasn't like a starting point. At that point, when Lawrence was doing it, Sean Livingston was still nursing that nasty injury.
Also, side note, I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but speaking of Sean Livingston, every time I've seen him play, I've never seen him miss like a mid-range shot. I don't know if it's just me, but every time like I watch him play, especially against the Warriors when his run to the finals, I've never seen this man miss a mid-range shot.
That's a fact because he was so smart about taking shots too. Like I'm not sure I remember him missing many shots because he knew like I'm not out here to take shots. Like
I'm here to take 5. I'm here to make 5.
Exactly.
He knows what's going on. That's an
I'm trying to get
player
paid
right
and
there.
get a ring. What do you need me to do, Coach?
But
you need to make 5 to 7 shots a game. I got you.
Man, listen, the NBA has been going crazy right now. People are scoring at a high clip. It's been an amazing week of NBA basketball. Man, I'm watching so much basketball now. Like, I'm watching basketball every night, and I've never done this. Like, I'm missing games right now, but that's besides the point. It's a 12 game slate.
Because of fantasy basketball, right?
You get to watch 3 games later, huh?
Because of fantasy basketball, right?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I don't know because you said
early.
Wait, you said a couple weeks ago I'm going to be right up there with you when playoffs start, and then
because listen, see what had happened was I anticipated Kevin Durant to come back, and listen, Kevin Durant allowed Kyrie Irving to go bananas twice.
Segue, Phil.
Because I didn't get it. Listen, because I didn't get a chance to even get Kevin Durant at full power. He just kept passing the ball to Kyrie and didn't want to shoot the ball. So, if KD was the person to go off for 50, I'd be in the playoffs right now.
50? How about 60?
60. But it was too late though. I'm talking about last week. I'm talking about last week. Yeah, the way he had the crazy ass game where he made like. Was it like 9 threes or something like that?
I believe
I think it was like Friday he went crazy. But yeah, we took an L, man. I really had fun in Yahoo basketball this year. BI getting hurt too killed me. He got hurt literally in the week that I needed him. So what can you do?
Me and Neil will carry the torch.
Man, fuck y'all.
Kenny's team is understandable because all the COVID bullshit he was doing.
Right, my whole team. I was tanked from the beginning because I couldn't drop anybody. They were all on COVID or hurt. Like, what was I going to do? Drop Luka, LaMelo? Like my first 3 round picks were all. What am I going to do? I was just tanked. And it was all good because I won the football fantasy league, so I was just coasting.
Right, I'm just surprised. My number 1 pick this year was Damian Lillard. He's been out the whole year, and I made the playoffs somehow. It's wild.
You guys.
That means you drafted well and picked up well.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah, basically what you guys did in fantasy football with the whole waiver wire hunting, I did for fantasy basketball. So.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh my goodness, bro!
Like, yep.
There's nothing more savage than the waiver wire. I gave up after a while. I was just like, this is the lineup. This is the team I gotta have. And I gave up.
Well, you got to check your priority. Like I've learned with at least with fantasy football, check your priority. If a guy goes off 1 week, and you don't have like the top 3 priorities, there is no need to even put a claim for him because you're not going to get him. Like if I have the 10th waiver priority and a running back just went off for 40 points because the starter went down, I'm not getting him, so I'm not wasting my time putting a waiver claim.
Right, exactly. That's exactly the point I got to like week 3 or 4. I was like, there's no point. Because you bottom feeders you guys are down there anyway, so I don't care. you
That's
need
how I
him.
look at it. Like okay, you're in last place. You want him, go for it. Because in 3 weeks, he'll drop him and I'll pick him up anyways.
Exactly. But Kyrie, man, Kyrie is playing. He playing like he playing 50% of his games. Like he know he's not playing tomorrow night. Listen, that game last night was absolutely ridiculous. He is out there playing like he knows that he's not going to Barclays to play against Luka and them. Like, he's not passing. He's dribbling between 3 people and 1 mixtape, putting his hand on the ground, dribbling between his legs. Bro,
hot sauce, AO.
It's crazy. It's crazy how skilled he is, man. Like, his layup package around the rim, like he's getting mauled going up to the rack, holds the ball until he's like 2 inches from the ground, and then spins it off the backboard.
Definitely
it's
one of
an
the
and
most skilled players of all time. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Wild.
Like, it was about 5 years ago. Like, someone I know very knowledgeable about the game of basketball says, like, honestly, it's between AI and Kyrie as the best non-dunking finishers of all time. Like, think of like
AI was filthy too.
That's what he's like.
He used to get crazy.
Like, there's nobody else you can put in the conversation with him.
Mm-hmm. I think what's the name is getting up. Well, it's early. Just to mention is Ja. Ja's getting up there.
But Ja's more.
He can dunk, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ja's more athletic, where he's gonna dunk. Like AI
Yeah.
and Kyrie, like you knew they weren't gonna dunk on you, but they were still filthy.
Yeah, we know they're not gonna dunk over Kevin Love, but we know Ja can. So.
Exactly. Like they might be able to dunk over Kevin Love, but like, you know what? We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, Kyrie is talented, man. What he did last night against the Magic. I know it's the Magic, but still, there are grown men out there that are professional basketball players. You feel
right, just like Kobe 81 against the Raptors. I know that they were the Raptors at the time, but scoring 81 in my game is ridiculous no matter who it is. Unless you're Jack Taylor.
Wendell Carter
that's the most points scored in an NBA game. Because how do we have footage of Wilt Chamberlain playing men's volleyball, but they're having a picture of the man scoring 100 points. We got a sign. I could make a sign right now too. The man scored 100. No, I'm sorry, it didn't.
You gotta ask what's the name. You gotta ask Kareem.
Is the box score available online?
Was it him and Kareem? Weren't they friends? Because he said they used to be
around each other. Was he playing in the game?
No, I'm just asking.
I'm just saying. Did he play the game?
Is there a box score?
Box score?
There ain't. I don't know, man. They said he had like 100 points, 50 rebounds, 35 assists, 16 blocks.
There's no visual evidence that the man went off 100 points.
Kobe scored the most points in the game, bro.
Yeah.
Bean scored 81. That's what we're going with. We're not doing that.
You can Google Wilt. If you type in Wilt Chamberlain volleyball right now, you can find him playing in a men's professional volleyball league. But I can't. There's no footage of him scoring 100, and I'm just supposed to believe that.
Right.
No.
There ain't no way in hell he scored 100.
Yeah, a lot of people said Michael Jordan played with milkmen and mailmen. I'm pretty sure Wilt Chamberlain didn't even play against worse than that.
Bro, listen,
don't even played against was Bill.
Bro, don't even get me started with.
Also,
who they used to play.
Little side note, I was hearing and like looking up as part of that game. I think the starting center of the opposing team was out. He was facing a third string center. I was hearing from, facts from other sources and shit.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, I can't.
Shout out the players. What is it? Players Choice on TikTok. See their content all the time. Phil, I think you see it too. They make some good points. They had Jason Williams on there. He was talking about the difference between like how talented Kobe is, or not Kobe, how talented Jordan versus LeBron, and the whole having the I think there was illegal zones where you couldn't double team.
Yeah, I thought
back in Jordan's day. So which is why whoever was on him was getting killed and was gonna get 50 on him. But in Jordan now you can have a 2-3 zone. A guy could be guarding LeBron or in man. A guy from the left and the right can come in
and crash
and triple team him, and he has to kick the ball out. And he was just talking about like how like LeBron gets killed for making the right play.
Yeah, like an example of that is 1 year. I can't remember if it was Eastern Conference Finals or might even been the NBA Final. When LeBron was coming down, it was like for a game winner, and the defense collapsed on him. And he kicked it up to Korver, who missed a three. And everyone, see, LeBron's afraid of the moment. No, that was the right play. Kyle Korver is open to the
right basketball play. Yeah.
Like, yes, Korver missed it, but if he made it,
the notorious 3-point shooter in NBA history.
Right. Like, I mean, that was dumb of the guy to collapse. Like, and he kicked out to Kyle Korver. Like, that's the play I want my playmaker to make. Like, but again, but to them that means Jordan would never. Well, then Jordan would have made a dumb basketball play.
Yeah, because for Jordan and Jordan fans, if the star player isn't scoring or making the clutch bucket, then it doesn't mean much. Also, I think Jason Williams did say Kobe Bryant was not a top 5 Laker.
It's not track and field though. That's what people. I don't think people like comprehend like team sports.
Right. Did you hear that part, Lawrence?
What?
Jason Williams said Kobe Bryant was not a top 5 Laker of all time.
Yeah.
And we gotta. When people say that though, we have to dissect what they're saying. Are you saying like their career as a Laker? Because if we're saying their career as a Laker, like I love LeBron. I think LeBron's the best player to ever touch the court. But if we're talking about just as a Laker, LeBron's probably not a top 5 Laker all time because he came at the tail end of his career. But if we're talking about their body of work in general and they were just happened to be a Laker, then yes, LeBron is a top 5 Laker of all time. He'd be actually the greatest Laker of all time. But as a Laker, he's not a top. You know what I mean? Like so,
Right.
You got to. It depends on how people are defining that term.
Yeah, I think it was during the tenure as a Laker.
And if that's the case, that's a terrible take, Jason Williams. I can't believe you would say that.
No, I don't think he said. Did he say LeBron? I think he was just talking about Kobe.
No, he's saying no. But that's what I'm saying. If he's saying Kobe is not a top 5 Laker of all time in his tenure as a Laker, that's dumb. Like that's dumb.
Yeah, the Lakers Showtime. Oh, speaking of that, have y'all seen the
I have not yet.
I've seen commercials about it so many times.
That shit is good.
I've seen a lot of commercials.
I got a business trip this weekend. I plan on watching it.
Second episode just came out. I believe it's every Sunday. Man, they did a great job casting the guy to play Magic Johnson. But I like it. I think it's a good show. I think it's perfect timing too. And I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron is involved in that somehow too, because it is HBO.
Yeah, it's like I want this guy. I want this guy to play Westbrook so we can trade his ass.
It's from show when
back in the day,
beginning beginning of Showtime.
This guy in the wheelchair, he could be Anthony Davis. But besides the point.
About you foul for that. You foul.
Wait, the guy for SpongeBob who had the whole body cast and had broken everything, he could play Anthony Davis.
All right, man. Kenny's favorite time of the year. Besides,
you see the hashtag.
Besides when the Falcons lose to the Saints, you feel me?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it PG. We can sleep.
March
in mid-April,
Madness.
boys. It's March.
March Madness. What's up?
This is what we look forward to. This year, I feel like I said this last year, but this year I truly mean it. This year will be the craziest tournament we've ever seen because there is no clear-cut best team in the country. If I had to pick one team, if you're telling me like, Kenny, I need you to pick one team today, like against maybe Gonzaga, just because like they've been rolling for everybody, but I'm not sure. Like it's a toss-up, and I don't know.
When do brackets lock?
12:15 tomorrow. That's the other thing. If you guys are interested in joining our bracket group, if you're watching right now, make sure you hop in because once they lock, I can't help you. I can't get you in the group.
Right. But I got one as well for Ball Central if you guys are interested as well.
Yeah, so you got 2 groups where you can make money. But college basketball is going to be absolutely nuts. Gonzaga, like I said, is probably they are the odds-on favorites, the number 1 team in the country. They have the big man Chet Holmgren, who is a baller. They have a veteran point guard in Andrew Nembhard, who's a baller. They have a great head coach in Mark Few. But I really don't think they get it done. I like some of these teams that have been playing in the Big East all year. The Big East is a very underrated conference. And because they're so good, they beat up on each other all year long. And a team like Villanova, UConn, Creighton even, Providence, even Marquette, like they can make a run that no one sees coming because they've played tough competition all year. And I cannot wait for tomorrow.
I still have that UConn futures bet too, just in case.
Me and Phil both threw some futures bet. I put a futures bet in UConn and I put a futures bet in Nova.
Yeah, listen, Kenny, the streets is saying.
What are the streets?
I know you listen. I know your ears to the streets. The streets is saying. Let me hear the streets saying what I'm hearing. Them boys, you know how I'm about it. Them Tar Heels is in a good spot right now. They playing good basketball late.
You know their first round matchup is?
AC, right?
No, the boys are just bragging about Marquette. They're gonna lose round 1.
No. Not my guys. Not my guys. Bro, they've been struggling this year.
Do you feel like Duke's gonna lose the first round as well?
No, they'll beat Cal State Fullerton. Duke actually will probably get all the way to the Sweet 16, and then they're gonna lose to Texas Tech.
I was thinking, what if another Lehigh situation happens? But
what upsets are you seeing right now?
It's not an upset seed-wise because the committee did the right thing and seeded Colorado State above Michigan. But Michigan is favored against Colorado State tomorrow for some reason. Colorado State is going to blow Michigan out.
Damn.
Like I really don't even think it's going to be close. I think
I think I saw that when I was looking through. I was like, because I saw, you know how they do. They don't put the names on the thing now. They just put the color of the jersey and then the acronym. And it's like, damn, I'm supposed to guess who this is. But good thing I know that like it was green and white. I'm like, that's got to be Colorado State.
Yeah, right now on points bet, they're the underdog by 1 point, but they're the underdog. And to me, that's disrespectful. Colorado State has played great all year. Michigan is overseeded. They shouldn't be an 11th seed. They should have had to be in the play-in this week, but they got in. And you're telling me they're better than Colorado State? It's a slap in their face. But that's going to be, I mean, I guess an upset, but not really an upset. San Francisco is a 10 seed playing against Murray State. That's a 7 seed. That's another awful draw. Both those teams are better than what they got. San Francisco probably beats Murray State. Loyola Chicago got a 10 seed, plays against Ohio State. Loyola Chicago is going to beat Ohio State.
Always got to count on Loyola Chicago.
Yep.
Always make some noise in March Madness.
Always. And we got some local flair going on. First, we'll go with the Colgate Raiders. I would love to see Colgate get their first ever tournament win. They're a 14 seed playing against Wisconsin, who's a 3 seed, and it's not impossible. They've made the tournament 3 out of the past 4 years. Their seniors have been there. This is their 3rd time now. I talked to their assistant coach this week for work. He says they look good in practice. They're ready. They have returned their whole team except for like 1 player and brought in 1 new guy. I think Colgate makes some noise. And then we got our boy Jayhawk Proctor. He plays for Norfolk State.
Norfolk.
They got a 16 seed. They're playing against the Baylor Bears. That's obviously going to be a tough one, but I mean, I'm hoping for an upset. We'll see what happens there.
Hey, man.
Who do you guys got winning?
I've heard Arizona here and there, but
They're a popular pick. I like Nova.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if UConn won because the future's bet. But
Right.
Nova goes into a different zone when they enter that tournament, man.
Yo, it's a whole.
They always do. Them and how's Virginia this year? I know Virginia gets in
Virginia
there.
didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't make it this year?
oh damn.
But no,
What are they? Are they reloading?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know they're usually stacked. Is Illinois in there?
Yep.
See, I like them too.
Because
From
they
the
got
couple
that Kofi.
Yeah, from the bro, he's a absolute monster in the paint. I like watching him a couple times this year too. So, I don't know. I'm gonna finish my bracket tonight. Take a look at it and try to finish it. But those are probably 2 of my favorite that I'm gonna probably be looking at.
Tune into this Rutgers Notre Dame game tonight because I think if Rutgers wins, they also will win their first round matchup.
As long as the first half goes under, I'm happy.
Is it playing for 16?
It's for the 11th seed. Rutgers plays Notre Dame. If the winner gets Alabama, I think if Rutgers wins, they can take down Alabama.
All right.
Let's see.
March Madness. Welcome to the madness. Cue the future song.
We'll sleep in
That's
April.
what I do.
All the social medias for IBTE Sports will keep everyone updated on March Madness. We don't know how, but we'll find a way.
Yeah, we'll do something. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It might not be a video of me screaming, but it'll be something.
Any last words, fellas?
We're going to be tearing up our brackets after the first round. A video of us just.
Bro, every single year, one of my brackets gets killed in the first round.
I do really. 1 year, I was in the 99th percentile. Don't ask me how. I was ranked like 125th in the nation. It all came tumbling down, but like that was nice.
What was the farthest that you guys made without making any mistakes? What was the farthest round?
Oh, I've never made it past the first day.
Or you saying without any losses?
Yeah, never past the first day.
Yeah, that's damn near impossible.
I've gotten like 14 out of 16 on the first day before. But
Yeah, that's tough.
I think I made it to the second round once, and that was like 2-3 years ago.
If you make it perfect to the 16, Sweet 16,
you do voodoo magic.
yeah, like
Or you did 75 brackets.
That too. You did probability math and shit.
You have a lot of time on your hands, son.
Yeah, writing those, that'd be crazy. No way. How many brackets is that?
There's too many. There's 68 teams. So right there, you automatically have to have 68 winners. then you have to have 16
Is it-
winners 68 different ways.
Yeah, so it would be technically 68 times 68, whatever that is.
Something like that, if not
And
more.
you gotta make that's the bracket you gotta make. Oh my goodness!
Right, and that whole Warren Buffett challenge is not even here anymore.
Warren Buffett's like, no one's ever gonna win, so I'm just gonna not waste.
Wait,
my
what?
time.
Wait, what is it?
He used to have the $1 million. If you had a perfect bracket, you'd get paid $1 million.
Yep. He did that for a while, but it ended like
Yeah.
6 years ago.
He did it like for like 5 years straight.
What?
Someone
That's
got like
crazy.
the Sweet 16 once, and that was the closest they ever got.
Yeah,
Wow.
no one has ever won it. But then like small like ESPN and other like companies do like versions of that, but not for as much. Maybe like 100,000, 20,000 here and there.
Yeah, and then they used to do just like for bragging rights, like, oh, this person's the last perfect bracket. Man, give me my money. I don't care that you're talking about me.
Yeah,
Right,
literally all of ESPN and sports media is going to be, oh, after one night, this is how many brackets are left. Other night,
Yeah.
this is how many are left. Yada yada yada.
Right.
Yep.
Because they definitely be out there exposing it.
Yep.
They put up money themselves too for people that get the best bracket. So let's see what happens.
Right, we're going to do some research after this.
Definitely need to do some research. Oh man. Last words. Anybody?
Well, I mean, March Madness this weekend. Make sure you're tuned in. Also, if you're in the local viewing area, Hartford High School boys basketball team is advanced to the state Final Four for the first time in school history. We'll be playing in Glens Falls, New York. I'll be there covering it. They're a really good team.
Wait, when is that?
That's the game is Saturday. Saturday
shoot,
at 10:45.
That's a half an hour for me.
Yeah, I'm actually. We'll talk. I'm driving out there Friday. I gotta stay over.
Oh shit, Lawrence about to let us know when he pulls up. Holy shit.
Oh
Hey.
man.
Hey,
yeah,
progress. We're proud. We're
Here
proud.
y'all go, man.
Yeah, state championship basketball for high schools this weekend. Obviously, it's March Madness going on, but it's going to be some fun games, so check it out.
Right,
What you
for
got,
me,
Phil?
it's just gonna be a great week/weekend, next couple weeks in sports in general. NFL free agency is heating up even more. NBA, men's and women's college basketball. It's just a lot. Make sure we all enjoy it and not go overboard and shit. But we probably will. So stay up to tune with all the social media to watch us react to our brackets getting fucked up. So look forward to that.
Pain. A lot of pain coming.
I have a paper shredder on my side just in case at all times.
My last words is I want to shout out to my boy, one of my boys, Fresh, Rick, Mark, DJ. We went to the Now Youth Foundation Gala this past weekend in Philly.
Yeah, looking presidential out there.
Great event out there. Raising money for the kids. And shout out to DJ for all the stuff he does to try to change the youth in his city that he was born and raised in. So shout out to them, man. Everything they doing. Shout out to Air Fresh Customs, Shane Luxury. We're gonna keep going up.
The suit and the button you were rocking look clean.
Yeah. We was all.
Yeah, he was looking presidential out there. Like Secret Service, where you at?
He said Secret Service. But yeah, just wanted to give those guys their flowers. This concludes another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. We up out of here. We appreciate you. Make sure you share this video, like this video, man. We out of here.